Okay. Welcome, everyone. Thank you for coming to the Butterfly Effect, a podcast. We've got one that's a little bit different and interesting, I think. Um,
Oh yeah.
so, usually we're discussing like a what if in terms of something that's already happened. Like, what if something happened differently or something went different, just kind of changed everything? Um, this time we're going to do what if we're all just characters in someone else's Sims game?
Ooh.
Yeah.
There was no weed involved at all with the coming up of that topic.
I don't know. I was pretty
um,
high when you suggested it to me, so
I was being sarcastic anyway.
I figured. I figured.
um, so, did you have any thoughts?
Yeah. Sorry, your sound went out for a minute there. Are you still
Oh,
microphone? Oh no, you're good.
um,
Never mind.
okay.
Um, yeah. One thing I thought about was I don't know if you've seen the video where it's talking about people with ADHD, and if anyone in here has this besides me and Kitty, it's like there's this thing you do where you're trying to do all the tasks in your head at one time. And so you just kind of stand in the middle of the room and you're like, uh, and you just
You're
kind of
doing.
glitch. And so the video said, like, that must be we're all Sims and they keep canceling our tasks. So we keep forgetting what it is. Um, so I definitely think about that. I'm like, man, they're always canceling my tasks.
And there is, oh my God, I can't remember what movie it's from. I want to say Dazed and Confused, but I might be wrong. But
Hmm.
there was this one movie I watched back then where I think it's like they get the professor like high as fuck, and he's like looking at his like thumb or something, and he's like, what if we're
Homologs.
all like, yeah, okay, here, hang on, I'm gonna megaphone you and you, because I'm gonna say it wrong. So you can megaphone yourself, but whatever, I'm doing it anyway. Okay, so tell us the part that I'm struggling with.
I literally don't remember. I just remember it was Animal House. So there you go. I gave you the push in the right direction.
Follow the butterflies.
It was
She might be
Donald
looking up.
Sutherland's character.
I'm gonna continue to talk while Kitty looks that up. I assume that's what she's doing. Um, but yeah, I also think just like we should explore being characters in a simulation, video game type stuff, anything you guys can think of on the topic. Um, but yeah, it would be I would hate to learn that I was in a simulation. Like I would not want that knowledge. Like just keep that away from me. Because that would kind of take your own control over your life away for sure.
I just wanted to say
That
when
is
you were
true.
talking about being having your tasks canceled, it's just like you're
Mhm.
walking to the kitchen and then you put your plate on the floor and go to the bathroom, start
Oh
plunging in the
my
Oh
toilet.
my
god.
God.
Yes. Like I
That's
have to do
yes.
this right now.
No, that's the thing. Like there'll be like a handful of things that I need to do, and like I'll
Uh-huh.
start like a little bit of each one.
Yes. Oh my god, I'm so bad about that. And then you take and my thing is I try to do things way too thoroughly. So, like,
Hmm.
if I'm cleaning a room, instead of just putting everything away, I'll take everything out of, like, every container, and I'm like, where's this perfect spot? And so then I get tired or, you just run out of attention span, and then
Hmm.
it's big piles of everything everywhere, and it's actually worse than when it started,
Right.
which is environment -10 in Sims, like, the dirty dishes everywhere, and you're just like, "Man, I
Or
gotta do something about this."
well, and aside from the what if, but oh my God, does it ever irritate the hell out of me when they eat and then they go and they wash their dishes in the bathroom sink? It's just like,
Oh my
why?
gosh. Yeah. Like, what are you doing?
Goopy carbonara.
Mm. Gooby carbonara.
Yeah,
That's
Sims
where
2,
it's at.
bless me. So basically, like, you could think too, like, things that are weird or strange or like catastrophes or anything like that, like they'd
Mhm.
be all the result of the person playing. So kind of like Sim City, how you can make like disasters happen. And mind
Yeah.
you, I haven't played that for a while. I don't know what it's like
Mhm.
right now, but like back in the day, you have tornadoes, I think, and just all
Mhm.
sorts of crazy things. There was even like a monster one that you could have like Godzilla
Yeah.
destroy everything. Um,
Mhm. That's cool.
yeah,
Not for
and
us so much if we were.
no, but like everything, like things go wrong at work. Things go well or bad in a relationship. It's all like the player controlling it, and things like
Mhm.
relationships. I don't know if you've ever used like mods or anything in The Sims, but there's ones that go really deep as far as what you can tinker with. And one of them's like, okay, if you want two Sims to like just hook up so your Sim can have a baby or whatever, you can adjust like their relationship. So like, what if love at first sight was just
Uh,
the player sliding those sliders up so
yeah.
that you two are now going to be together. There's no ifs, ands, or buts. It is happening.
Yeah, that'd be crazy. It's essentially like almost if you think about it, it's like like if we were in that situation, it'd be like a religious kind of thing, almost like God mode over top of us.
Yeah, right. Yeah, and I love God games. Like I've played a lot of
Me
them.
too. Have you ever played
Yeah.
Black and White? Side
Oh
note.
my God, I love
Oh
I
Black and
yeah.
love
White. Black
Black
and
and
White
White.
2,
Yes.
amazing. Such
Yes.
good games.
You
There's
guys
one
haven't played it, you need to.
yeah, but it's really
It's
old
very old,
and
yes. Very old.
Proxy's looking. He likes Black and White as well. um, there's one, oh my God, I can't remember what it's called. I bought it and I've played it a bit on the Quest, but there's one God game
Townsman.
on Townsman,
Oh
that's it. Yeah,
yeah,
it's
yeah.
it's
I've
fun.
played that one too.
Yeah, I got that one. I don't know, and I always love like just picking up the people to move them and their arms and legs all
Mhm.
flailing around.
Yeah. Yeah. You're like pinching them. You're like, "Mwahaha."
I've got you. And Populous was another like God game that I loved
Mm.
like back in the day. And the funny thing is, I played the shit out of that. Like played it so much when I was young. And I came out, I think it was either on the DS or like as a phone game. Do you think I could remember any of the fucking controls? No, I fail at that game now.
Yeah.
Something that I spent like hours and hours of my life playing.
Vansky is here.
Mhm.
Um, but even stuff like, you know how you walk in a room and you forget what you're doing or what you were getting or why you went there.
Yes. Mhm.
They canceled your task.
Pass. Yes.
Yep.
Cancel.
So now you don't know what's going on and you just go back to where you
Mhm.
started.
Yes.
Um, and then any idea that you have, any ambition, any goal or anything, that's all set, not by you
Yeah.
think it's you, but it's all set. So basically like everything in your life is controlled and maintained, and just you think you're in control but you're really not.
Yeah. And what if like depression and mental illness was because you were like not following that ambition, whatever it was that had been set for
Mm,
you by the player? It's like I feel like something's missing, and it's actually that you're not following the script that you were supposed to follow.
yeah. That oh, and another one that this topic makes me think of is Free Guy, that movie with Ryan Reynolds where he's the
Yeah.
NPC.
I need to watch that. That looks
Oh, it's
good.
so good.
Yeah.
It's so good. You should definitely watch it.
Mhm.
Um, but too, like how things sometimes in life they seem to go like just perfectly, or like they
Mhm.
just spectacularly fall apart out from under you. Like that
Mhm.
could be, like the player going had, something planned out that they did, or that, they just lost interest and walked away. So then of course your life is in
Yeah.
shambles because your controller's gone.
Yeah. Or it's one of those players that just want to like see you suffer.
Oh god. Oh, I used to do that in Sims 2. I would put them in the
Ah,
swimming pool and I would take the ladder
remove
out.
the ladders. Yeah. I
And
think we've all been there.
before on Sims 2, before they made some changes, NPC could come up on your lawn, right? And I would put a fence or like walls around them so they were stuck there, and I would trap them.
Oh my gosh.
And then Sims 2, right, when you died, depending on how you died, your ghost came back in different ways. So
Mhm.
I would, and then they would haunt the like if they had a tombstone or an urn, they could haunt
Yeah.
that spot. So I would like kill the neighborhood Sims, and they'd all haunt the one,
Oh
and
my
I'd have all their.
gosh.
I was
What
nowadays
was your
I just
nickname
spend
again?
hours. My nickname?
Yeah, you had told me some kind of like nickname or like achievement or something you had. I can't remember.
Oh, is that the?
Tripwire has joined.
I think that was
Quick,
just like
hide
something
your
that they
avatars.
put in the wiki about
Oh
me
yeah, like
because I was
Sims
a
Killer or
moderator
something.
there. I can't remember. Yeah, at the time I was actually looking at that stuff because I was making it into something. So I was like, it was one of those. Oh my god, yeah. But yeah, one of them was evil, sarcastic Muppet. Like, I mean,
What does that
I
mean?
remember I had that under my name. They put that there. Um, and then you know how you okay, so, and this was another thing with Sims, right? So without any mods in Sims 2, if you were having babies, and like let's say you wanted specific gender for like you might have a storyline or something that you're trying to go through. So
Mhm.
you go into labor and then it pops up for you to name the kids, and that's when you know what gender. So you could, you'd save and save and save, and
Mhm.
then they'd go into labor, it would pop up and you'd be like, oh, that's a boy. I want a girl. So then you'd just close the
Uh-huh.
game down and
Yeah.
it would take you back to your last save and you could try again. So just,
Mhm.
I mean, how would that be like in like just something would be happening, but then the player's like, nope, this is not what I want. Shut the game down, go back in,
Mhm.
try it again. Like,
Yeah. Maybe it'd feel
and
like
then,
a dream or something.
yeah.
I had this weird dream.
um,
Or
and,
my brother, they totally 1000% thought he was going to be a girl up until
oh,
my
wow.
mom gave birth to him. They only had girl clothes, which is
Oh.
hilarious, for me as my older brother. But so, like back then, I'm sure he got a lot of flack because would have been the 90s, late 80s.
Mm-hmm.
Um, but yeah, so maybe that's what happened with him. Like they shut down the game and
The
reset it,
game came
get a
back
boy.
in. That's hilarious. But yeah, that could be like, the deja vu or like feeling that you've been in a
Mm,
situation before, reloading a
yeah.
save file to try and get a different outcome or to fix a mistake, kind of like trial and error. So
Mhm.
that's, another um, type of thing that could happen. I'm trying to think.
Well, I have a question for the
Yeah,
audience.
absolutely.
If you were actually in a video game or like a simulation, would you want to know?
That's a good one.
No.
No,
That's
Fancy like that.
Same, same.
cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No,
What did
not
you
at
say,
all.
And
Static?
daylight innocence.
Yeah. Yeah, like life is already hard enough, I feel like. I don't want to know that someone's doing this to me or whatever.
No.
I mean, not that
No.
my life is terrible. I'm just saying like sometimes it's hard, man.
Yeah.
Um I don't even have time to think about being like if I'm in a simulation. Yeah, I don't want to touch that one. Like in my
No.
brain, I don't know if you guys I think it was in Adventure Time you put stuff in the vault. That definitely goes in the vault. The possibility of whether we're in a simulation. I'd rather not know.
Static. You were gonna say something.
Yeah, I was just, man, this was like 20 years ago, but I had this magazine and it had this whole section called The Summer of Sim. It was like Summer of Sam. There's just different ways to torture your Sims and just make them
Oh
go
my
through
god.
hell. Yeah, they
Oh,
had to
jeez.
take away the
That's awesome.
ladders. It had like build compounds in the backyard, put a toilet,
Uh-huh.
put the whole like trick the whole family to go in there. Then take
Oh
away the
my
door.
god.
You know,
Yeah.
send the one guy to town and he wants to go
Mhm.
pee, and they'd be just like, never let the guy go pee until he just pees himself, and then send him
Oh my
home,
gosh.
and then put a door on the building, and then he goes in there and everyone's dead and he's just in there crying, and like that
Oh
was
my
like the
god,
whole
that's messed
design.
up.
Yeah, it was just torturous. And but if you're looking to have kids, don't look in the telescope.
If you're a male,
Oh.
only if you're a male at night.
Yeah.
Telescope.
Oh, okay,
Alien
weird.
abduction, and then you get pregnant,
Oh.
and
Oh
then you
my
have a little
god,
green baby.
what?
Yeah, the
Wow,
man.
that's
Yep,
crazy.
I
Men
had
only?
one. Yeah, only man. I think
Wow.
in later games they had it both, but in Sims 2, it was men only. And I had one Sim guy, and I just made him have babies. Oh, he was a baby factory. Alien babies over and over and over again.
Wow. That guy's
I had
life.
a
That's wild.
I had a modded telescope so that like it was like a small percentile chance. So I had a modified telescope that's like it would make it happen like every time.
Oh my gosh. Learning about your dark Sims past
Oh,
too.
I would play this hybrid Sims Big Brother slash Survivor. I'd make 10 Sims in a house, and Static mentioned taking away the door. So there'd be 10 Sims. There'd be only maybe 4 or 5 beds, one or two
Mhm.
couches. No fridge, no stove, no nothing like that. Took away the door. Once a day, I'd order a pizza. I'd put a door back for them to get the pizza, and as soon as the pizza was inside, the door went away, and the
Uh-huh.
last the last one alive got the house.
Oh my gosh.
But you could do too, like so you have them where um their bladder is like in the red, and then they're also exhausted because they can't all sleep. Then you turn the radio on, and then you force them to dance over and over and over
Oh
again,
my
and they
god.
pee themselves while they dance, and then
Oh
eventually
my
they just collapse
god.
from exhaustion.
That's like an evil, like, fey type of death, like dance to your death.
Yeah.
That's wild.
Oh. Is there anyone that wants to share some thoughts with us about what things would be like if you're controlled by a person, like in a Sims game? Static, did you have
um,
anything?
I was just gonna say, like, one thing I experienced a lot in The Sims. It's like you go to bed while your neighbors are partying in your house. You wake up in the
Yeah.
morning, there's chip
Yeah.
bags everywhere. There's a guy on your
Mhm.
couch, and he's like, "Sup, dude?" And you're just like, "What the hell, man?" And you go back to bed. You're like, "Screw this. I'll deal with this tomorrow."
Yeah.
Giggly, it sounded like you were starting to say something there.
No, I'm just
No?
listening.
Okay, I thought you were saying something. Did anyone else have a comment?
Oh,
Vansky?
um, we got this topic in something something in philosophy where
Mm-hmm.
I I said to the class that maybe I said it in my essay. Oh, like we are maybe maybe like a toy of some sort of the
Mm-hmm.
gods.
Mhm.
Oh.
So they yeah manipulate all the things that will happen to us or something.
Yeah,
And
that makes sense.
I don't know what the fuck is happening, but you know, it's just
Right.
the theory or yeah,
Yeah,
mhm.
because you think about how
Toy
kids
of the gods.
play with toys and they're like, sometimes there's crazy catastrophes happening, or like maybe they want two dolls to fight or something. Like,
Mm-hmm.
so I could see that. That's kind of the same concept because, video games and toys, just different versions of the same thing.
Another thing that's
Yeah,
interesting about
yeah,
simulation theory is you need to have randomness, right? If randomness doesn't exist, then free will doesn't exist. Because
Mm-hmm.
if randomness doesn't exist, that means everything is set in motion for some reason or by something. Um, so if we can find out that randomness isn't a thing, free will isn't either.
Mm.
That's
No,
not
I'm not
creepy at
convinced that
all.
we have free will at all. I don't think we do.
Mm.
I think
I'm
it's an
leaving.
illusion.
Mhm.
Again, that goes in the vault. I'm not gonna think too deeply about whether or not I have free will.
For me,
I'm
it
gonna-
doesn't matter. As long as the illusion is there, it's okay.
Yes.
As long as like, it
Yes.
feels like I have choice,
Mm.
it's okay.
Mhm.
Whatever.
Mhm.
I can live with that.
Yeah. There's some other things in the vault. Like one of them is like, what is the grand purpose of, existence, just in general existence for anything. But again, don't like to touch that one. Goes in the vault. If I think too
Right,
deeply
I
about
know.
that, it goes to a dark place normally.
I agree with that completely.
Yeah, certain things have to stay in there for sure.
But speaking of randomness, I just wanted to touch on what Proxide said. Stuff that's random to us, like something suddenly going missing, or you've misplaced something. You know, the person is in build mode or buy mode and is like taking things away or adding things or moving things to a different room.
Deleting things and you never find it
Yeah.
again.
Yeah.
All the socks.
Oh my god.
All the socks.
Yes.
No.
The sock monster.
Sock monster. And then like how you work skills up in Sims. So let's say if you suck at certain things, well, your player just isn't making sure you're leveling your skills up the whole time.
What gives?
Yeah. And Sims sometimes get they get attitudes. They don't want to do things. Like you try to make them read the books to make the skill, but they are just like, no. And it's
Yeah.
like, bitch, I'm in control.
You're like fighting them.
Yeah. No, get
That's
back
funny.
there and study.
They're trying to get free will.
Yeah. No, and the funny thing is too, you can set that in the game. You can have them have their free will, or you can shut it completely off.
Oh,
Oh
wow.
god.
That's deep.
Yeah. Yeah. So when you shut it off, it's not fun. I'll be honest, because I've shut it off before because I've been trying to do like certain narratives, or like we used to when I was moderating in the community, we used to do things like have storylines that we were making. So we'd do a storyline and we'd do pictures and like tell the story and stuff like that. And I've put Sims in that mode where they have no free will and they will literally just stand in the middle of the room doing absolutely nothing until you tell them to do something.
Wow.
So it's like, from one end to the other, it's like, no, sit here and watch the cooking channel. No, I want to watch cartoons. No, you're watching the cooking channel. Or they just don't do anything until you tell them to do something.
Oh, see, now that makes me think that there's a lot of people.
Uh-oh. She'll be back in a moment. It's her internet.
He has been
Game.
stopped
Just like you were saying.
by the
that
god.
Sim froze in the
Yeah.
middle of the room.
They took her free will away, and look what happened. God.
The player logged out. Yeah, they shut down.
I think they quit without saving. Oh, they
Mothman
reloaded.
just crossed
Her
the
game
digital
reloaded.
threshold.
She's back.
Nope.
I'm
They took your
back.
free will away. They didn't want.
They were like,
censoring
oh,
you.
she's about to say something here. Yeah, censored. Yeah, I was gonna say that'd be crazy if it happened again. How crazy would that be? I was gonna say it seems like there's a lot of people that have their free will turned off that just kind of follow, like what they're supposed to do.
Mm-hmm. Well,
Like,
MS
Oh.
Laura decided to join us in the simulation.
oh my. NS or a D. Oh, never mind.
I just shifted them
my
to
God.
another.
Oh,
instance.
okay. I was gonna be like, do you mind?
I was just trying to find
Whoa.
them in the menu.
Yeah. That was a lot of feedback.
And I totally got my train of thought got derailed when that.
Yeah.
Static.
So you're
Share-
just
share
talking
with the
about
class.
free will.
Yeah.
And I was just thinking, there's this one time when I was playing Sims and I'm like, I'm a chef and I'm working in the restaurant. And then it's like, screw this. I walk out the door and I'm like walking across town and I'm at a bridge fishing. And then I'm at the park
Mhm.
hanging with a hobo, and we're chilling out and picking up trash together.
Nice.
And I'm at home, and my wife is all like, "Where's the money?" And I'm like, "Oh yeah." The bills show up, and oh wait, I'm a chef, and I run back to work.
Yeah.
That's the thing. I mean, even with free will, like Peroxide saying he doesn't think we have it. I mean, to a point, like I could see that being a thing because I don't want to go to my job. It's like an office space situation type deal. I don't want to go, but I have to go because if I don't go, then I can't be here when I'm not at work
Mhm.
with
Mhm.
internet and, housed.
Yeah.
Consequences of choice.
Right.
Mhm.
But I heard there is this thing. There's a study that has been conducted that before we made the decision consciously, our subconscious mind it chose it for us. So I don't know if we really have a
Right.
Hmm.
That's
yeah
interesting.
a choice. Oh no. Oh god. Oh please no. Oh that's scary.
Vansky's just trying to open up your vault.
After this one.
There.
My
Well,
fault.
Lean on Me is Friday
It is
night.
locked tight.
So then we could really
It's
say
surrounding
we're
by
not
pretty
accountable.
distracting things. Oh, what is it?
I said, and then we could say we're really not accountable for our actions.
Accountable. I thought you were saying a cannibal.
Cannibal.
But yes,
Cannibal.
accountable.
Oh
Yeah,
god. Whoa.
I just
That
misheard
escalated
you,
fast.
and I was like, "What? I want to hear this about the cannibal." But yeah, I get that too. It would be a scapegoat
Yeah.
because you'd just be like,
Yeah,
"Well,
it sure could.
I don't have free will. It's not my fault."
Oh, I'm gonna use that, Kissy. Yeah, I like that.
Iron
You,
Wolf.
oh,
Yeah, I was thinking, I don't know if we have free will or not, but if you are doing something random, like flipping a coin for everything, or throwing a dice or something, maybe it's not random, even though we think it's random, right? So it's just it's a game. If
It's a
we think it's
probability.
random, yeah, exactly. So it's hard to say if anything is random or it's just supposed to be. So it's yeah, it's hard.
Yeah, it's true.
mhm.
Everything could just be predetermined for all that we know, which is, the common concept behind fate is that it's already been written for us.
Well, too, and like, let's say, like, what, and I mean, I've done this. I would make families and play them to a certain point, and then I'd get another idea and make other families and play them, and then I would just stop playing for a while until I got back into it. So, like, the player gets bored, decides to start a new game or decides to just play a different game. That's where things start to unravel, or we could find ourselves like in this endless loop of mundane tasks, like going to work and coming home and going to work
Oh,
and
yeah.
coming home, waiting for the next big event that never comes. Like it's I guess if it was something like that, like it would have to be maybe a little bit more than just like the Sims game situation, because there'd have to be some sort of something controlling it all the time, because even with Sims, right, you sit down and you play maybe an hour to 6 hours, or maybe you start the first time you play, you start in the evening and you blink in at 6 a.m. I totally never did that before. But there'd have to be, I don't know, I maybe almost more like the Matrix, where you're like quote unquote plugged in.
Yeah.
Um,
Well, what were you gonna say?
oh, I'm just that, there would have to be something like controlling it at all times, I would think.
There was this post I saw once that really messed with me, and it was, what if, which, another what if. What if you go through your entire life, live a long life, whatever, and just normal life, but then at the end, when you die, you wake up and you were actually like an alien that got put into this like immersive game, and the whole time you were just
crazy.
playing a game, and then like you wake up and then you get to start a new one if you want, and like that was a crazy what if to me. I was like, man.
That is crazy.
Oh,
I've done
I'm just
that
a
before,
save
yeah.
game file.
ay, ay,
So heavy, these thoughts.
ay.
Maybe
I
it's
also
AI
have one
controlled,
theory. Maybe we did something wrong and we are in a virtual prison where we suffer
Oh.
this earthly pain
Sounds
and
about right.
suffering. Yes. Yeah.
Yeah, true.
Oh no.
Could be.
Oh.
Oh, no.
Oh.
Vansky.
Ay, ay,
And
ay. I
they
don't
got to
want to
give
think.
us
Oh
like
my God! Forget it.
little joys to make sure we keep going so they can torture us longer. That's kind of a glass half empty look at it though, but I don't know. There is good in life, even when it's hard. Not to get too philosophical and stuff, but yeah. So I don't know. That only makes me think it's not someone bent on like destroying my life or like making me suffer for their own enjoyment.
Static.
Oh no.
I was just thinking, in Sims, like what it takes about 48 hours to go from infant to death, to the grave. Imagine that, right? You're like, I'm
Oh,
born, I'm
jeez.
dead.
I
And
always put extended life on. I didn't want my Sims to get older. The kids can grow
yeah.
up.
I would have done that for sure when I haven't played in a long time, so I didn't have very many mods, but I definitely would have done that because I hated how fast, because I would get emotionally attached to these little guys, and then all of a sudden they're
I
dead.
know.
I was like, man.
And then there were some things like I would do challenges like the legacy challenge, and the legacy challenge is literally leaving a legacy, so I would have to let the Sims die. It hurt my heart.
Aw.
Oh God, yeah, Tamagotchis, holy crap. Did you
We
have
are our
one?
own Tamagotchis now.
Did you?
Well, I have another question if everyone's like, so if your life could be any video game, what video game would you like your life to be? And I'm also
My
going to think on that because I'm not really sure.
Yeah, that's.
Maybe.
Ooh, Skyrim. Skyrim would be cool. I'd enjoy that.
I know a game.
Skyrim.
What'd you say?
What game?
Banter.
Banter.
Oh, yeah. Duh.
Just realized.
Wow.
That's a good one. That's a good one.
Yep.
Yeah.
Is that me again? But yeah, that was a good one.
It's holy crap. This is hard.
So I guess if this was real life and Banter was real life, it'd be like we'd have like teleportation powers. So that'd be cool.
Oh yeah.
We'd be able to create our own spaces. I mean, it's basically kind of what it is now almost, except you'd like physically be there. Yeah, could create any food you wanted. There's a big plus. Woo!
Yeah.
Back rooms would be really cool and terrifying actually, because
God.
you would like very easily die if you had like a mortal life. I'm just trying to fill the space while people think of their video games.
Oh, what? I don't know.
I would be in great shape because I'd be jumping all the time. Sorry. Okay, now.
Maybe Grand Theft Auto.
Oh
You
my
do all the
gosh.
terrible things and then go somewhere and change your clothes and the police forget
Oh
about
my
you.
gosh. That would be cool, but man, I would have anxiety like crazy all the time. I'd be like,
So anyone else, what video game would you like?
Worms.
Worms?
worms.
That's
With the weapons,
hilarious.
though, yeah.
With the weapons?
Flying grandma.
Holy hand grenade.
Untitled Goose Game.
Untitled.
Is
Goose
Candy
Game.
Crush a video game?
Yeah.
Candy
Yeah, it's a
Crush.
video
you can
game.
be-
Yes,
You could crush some candy.
I could.
And there's like a hot dude saying, sweet.
Oh my
Sour.
god.
He just follows you around.
Oh my god. Well, that would be a confidence boost.
hmm Uncharted would be a cool one. I don't know if anyone's played that, but
Oh, yeah.
the
Drunken
visuals
bar
in that
fight.
game are awesome.
What
What'd
was
you say?
that?
It's a drunken
Adam.
bar fight.
Drunken
my
bar
gosh.
fight.
Real life sometimes is
Uh-oh.
that video game, I would say.
I would I'd have to lean though more towards probably just any MMO because you
Yeah.
can just kill shit and get money. Do you know how rich
Mhm.
I've been in
Kill
so many video games? Jesus
Oh
Christ.
yes. Yes.
Oh.
Same.
Yep.
The Witcher.
Witcher,
The
that'd be fun.
Witcher.
I'd be playing
I
Gwent
mean-
all the time.
I don't like the time of it, but
Mm.
like
Yeah.
the time it's set in, sort of. But other than
Mm.
that, it's pretty cool.
I don't even need to
Dynamic.
be in the whole video game. Oh, you're gonna have to reload your space moth. You've got that
Mm.
bug where all I see is mutant block, and we need
Yeah.
to get you megaphoned.
You were actually like that for me until now you
Oh.
are yourself. So I'll be
Okay.
just
Give
reload the
yourself-
space.
yeah. Yeah, just reload for yourself.
Okay.
I keep seeing hands behind the couch back there.
There are.
There are hands behind the couch.
Shoseki.
Okay.
Yep. They're hands, touching hands.
Touching
Don't worry about our
hands.
weird-
No, it didn't fix it.
Reaching out.
Maybe try rejoin
Touching tips,
instead. Because
touching.
it's still just mutant block. We need the people to hear your beautiful voice.
Okay, hang on.
I think mine is maybe any social platform like this, like VR chat or Banter
dear God.
or Horizon, because we can like meet people, be
Mhm.
in so many places at the same day, like teleport. Yes, 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 and we can inhabit many forms. We can be an animal.
Mhm.
We can be a sexy human being. We can
I could
be
be a
like
lamp.
a celestial.
Lamp.
Yeah, we can be an object. Can be anything,
Yeah,
really.
anything.
You can be
That
any
would
lamp
be
you
In
want.
any place, in any time. Whoa.
Moth Muse is here.
Yay, she's
Amazing.
back and she's megaphoned.
Yay.
Oh yeah.
Welcome
Sweet Caroline.
back.
Bum, bum. You know I couldn't leave it without singing that part. Now Vansky's a
Of
ball to me because she was
Oh,
megaphoned.
no.
Oh no,
Oh,
you're
no.
you're a ball as
Oh
well too.
no.
But that's okay. As long as it's
Oh.
fine in the recording or whatever, that's fine. I'll pretend. I'll just use my imaginations. Okay.
So Vansky wants to be in any social platform because you can be anything. You can go so many places.
Mhm.
Before we discovered your issue, I was saying, okay, so The Witcher, but it doesn't even have to be the whole game. I'd be content with just the bathtub part of
Yeah,
it.
I
That
thought you were
Oh, I see. I see.
Oh, haha.
That is a very memorable part for sure.
Or the universe.
And
if-
I would be playing Gwent all the time because I just have a problem with Gwent as a mini game. Super addictive.
That's hilarious. I've never actually played that.
I didn't even finish the game because I made the mistake of playing Gwent and then I developed a problem.
Oh no.
I love that game.
That's hilarious. I will say though that if it was going to be realistic looking and not video game looking, I would like the original actor. That's just my personal preference.
Oh yeah, yeah. I can't believe they
So-
switched him out. It's crazy.
I know. It's awful. It's a tragedy.
Mhm.
Anyone else have a video game that they would like to live their life in? Everyone's just staring at each other. I'm gonna say
Destiny
no.
would be cool. Destiny would be cool.
Destiny, yes. Nobody picked Halo or Call of
Oh
Duty
yeah,
or
Halo's old
Battlefield.
school now.
Oh.
Well, I mean, I guess it's not. There's a billion of them.
Iron Wolf.
But
Yeah, Cyberpunk 2077. That's
Oh
a
yeah.
cool game.
Uh-huh.
yes, I love that game.
Oh,
Took me a
Jesus,
second to
what are you doing,
process.
cat? Sorry,
Kill
Cat just knocked
them.
one of my one of my mice onto the floor. Or my other.
Mhm.
Makes sense. Understandable.
Oh God. So, is there any moments anyone can think of where they maybe did something that they felt was out of character for themselves, or did something that surprised them that maybe now thinking back on it, it wasn't you, it was somebody pushing you?
It wasn't me.
Bam,
I won't sing the rest.
that's
I won't sing the rest of that. Dun, 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 dun.
Damn.
Okay.
I'm so sad. You would have had so much fun last night. We played these because Waffleman was there. We played these games, Buzzword Lyric, and then he did Name That Tune. Oh my God, you would have slayed.
I'm so good at those. My mind is just like a library of random music. That's all that's in there.
Fancy.
Oh, no, I was just
Oh,
jumping
you're
for
just
joy.
jumping.
You
Okay,
was
never
just
mind. Jumping for joy. Okay, what were you gonna say, Moss? Sorry.
I was gonna say, I'm sorry that I had to leave last night. I was actually had to go pick up my mom.
Oh.
I'm sad that it's taken a hiatus, but I mean, you got to do what you got to do. And the glitches were like, oof, like it was hurting my brain because all the sounds at once. But I did stick around as long as I could, and then I went and got my mom. So.
Oh, well, thank you for showing up. I appreciate you. And
Yeah.
I think Static had something that he wanted to share.
I'm an old dog, so this was back in the 90s, but I was playing Road Rash. I'm not sure how many of you played that. It's like you're on the street bikes or the Harleys, and you got the chains or the bats and stuff, you know, and as you're racing down the roads, you're whacking the other guys, you know, but once in a while the cops show up and you're hitting the cops and they're hitting you with their batons. So when I was a kid, the first time I like beat the cop and he fell off his bike, I actually felt bad. And I was like, oh my God, that was bad, you know? Pause the game. I'm like, was that bad? Should I go tell my mom?
Am I gonna get arrested?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I love that game.
I've always struggled in like moral games. Like I'm always like, yeah, I'm gonna be so evil this time. I literally can't even.
It's
so that, yeah, I
hard.
guess
I
feels like there's a
agree.
block there.
And this
I
is
can't be
coming from
mean
somebody
to
who
them.
tortured Sims.
Yeah, if they give like a character a story and stuff, you're like, no, I don't want to be mean to them.
It's like creating Sims just to mess with them versus trying to be evil in a video game. Two different things.
Oh yeah, oh yeah. Because they don't really have like personalities outside of what you give them, so they don't feel like super real.
Yeah. Unless you're actually playing them and then making your own storylines up, then yes, but
yeah. Yeah, I know my best friend in middle school used to create, you know, she would create a crush or whatever, but she would also like torture the people she hated.
Oh no.
So I was like, that's kind of demented. I'm just like watching from the sidelines, like, okay, don't get on your bad side for sure. Doing some weird Sims voodoo. Yeah, yep, exactly.
I mean, it's
a good anger outlet.
That's a healthy way to not to not go drag a bitch in the parking lot after school.
Kitty, I'm not gonna mess with you either.
I've only actually ever gotten in one fight. I think it was grade 6, I think. We pulled each other's hair, and then I pulled her shirt up over her head, and she had stuffed her bra, so everybody laughed, and that was the end of that.
Oh. Yeah, that ends a fight. KO.
Yeah.
I've never been in a fight.
Oh, lucky.
What?
I kind of have the urge sometimes, but never acted upon it. Although a guy was yelling at my friend one time and I was a little drunk, so I ran over and pushed him real hard. And I was like, "You want to go?" And I was like very quiet back then. And they were like, "Oh my God, get her out of here." So yeah, that's fun. Even my friend, she was like, "Please step out of this. I don't want you to get hurt." And I was like, "Yeah, that's probably a smart move."
Oh, you wanna go? You wanna go? Oh.
He was all up in her face, and I was like, "Nuh-uh, not today."
Not on my watch.
No.
Yeah. I do get very mama bear with my friends. So.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
So, circling back.
Way
we
back.
we make jokes all the time about the rabbit
Yes.
holes we end up going down on
Yes.
this show.
I love
but
the rabbit holes.
It is what it is. We are who we are.
Mhm.
Static.
I was just thinking, like, one thing about The Sims. One thing I'd love, if this was like real life, is being able to just walk into a room and be like, "Hey, I want to retexture my lamp." You know, it's like
Yeah.
plaid. Wait, my bed plaid. The walls plaid. Everything
Wow.
plaid.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
And while we're at it, can somebody just like do a mother load or at least a few
Yes,
rosebuds
like
for me?
there it is. That's really
Yeah.
what we all want
Yeah.
is the mother load. Mother load,
Giggly.
mother load.
Were you jumping for
code.
joy or did you want to share?
Just jumping.
Just jumping.
Yeah, it is a
For joy.
hard habit to break. I jump all the
I
time.
know.
Yes.
Just
I
so you
find
can-
Community
I jump
jump.
a lot.
I'm trying to
I
figure
jump a
out
lot
if
more
me
when I'm in the
and jump at the
headset.
same time.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because it's seriously like it's almost like a stimming thing. Like I mean
Yeah.
not for everyone, but definitely for me. I'm like, yep, this makes
Yeah.
my brain happy.
And it's even worse if everyone is a sympathetic jumper. Oh.
Yeah. Then everyone
Yes,
starts
sympathetic
jumping.
jumpers.
One of us.
One of us.
Look at all the support you have out there, Moth.
Yes, yes, I love it. All right, let's settle down now, class. Settle down.
Yeah, okay.
So we've got 10 minutes left because we've got Faye's reading right after this. I highly recommend you go. She's reading through Ready Player 2. Did you have any other questions you wanted to ask them? Or should we maybe just talk about some potential topics?
We could do potential topics, and then I'll try to think of a question if we hit like a last 5 minutes. Hi, Zelda.
Yeah, she literally got up and got near my
Aw.
mic and meowed and then like slunk back. And now she's
So cute.
stretching herself out across my mouse pad and demanding
Aw.
pets.
Yes. She's like, it's
I'll
about
have to
that
send you-
time.
We did a pets video last night. I'll have to send you the link to it so you can watch it.
Yes,
She's
I
in
definitely
it.
want to see that.
There's a
That's
baby
cute.
Zelda in it too.
Oh, I love that.
So,
All
right. Yeah, I was like, what were we
Yeah.
doing again?
topics.
Topics. Anybody
there
have
any-
any topics?
Yeah, any suggestions for butterfly effect topics, rabbit holes you'd like to go down, things you'd like to discuss,
Yes.
things you'd like to make us discuss so you can laugh at us. Whatever.
Yeah, even if
works.
it's not like a specific what if question, if it's just like a topic that you want us to think of a question for.
What are
No.
dreams?
Vansky.
Are dreams?
Vansky.
What are dreams?
What are dreams?
Dreams, yes.
What are
Are
dreams?
they like deleted memories or something? Or I don't know. Are we
Mhm.
traveling when we sleep? Oh, I don't
Yeah.
know.
Somebody else's
I'm really
memories.
tempted to discuss this right now, but I'm gonna hold back.
Okay.
Because I have a lot of
okay,
thoughts.
yes,
I have a lot of thoughts on dreams.
Should we do
I'm
that
keeping it
next
a
week
sec.
then? What do you
Yeah,
think?
yeah.
Yeah.
We could do that and then see where it goes. Kind
I
of,
will
we
just
like to be
say-
flexible.
Dreaming about
Oh
work
yeah,
is not
I
fair.
am in my dreams.
Because then you're still working. You don't even get to rest.
And you're not getting paid.
Yes, and you're not getting paid.
Oh.
Okay. That was
I- Oh no, I'm not gonna talk about dreams. I started to do it again. I was like, no, not right now. Save it.
Next week.
Yes.
Oh,
Let's see what time is it? Okay, another question. If one band had to play, like, had to make a soundtrack for your life,
Oh, Jesus.
it's kind of unrelated, but
Oh, wow.
who would you want the band or the artist to be?
Deftones.
The
Deftones,
Stones.
sweet.
Deftones.
The
I thought you
Stone?
said the
Oh,
Stones. I thought
I thought you were saying
that's
Stones.
but no, his answer makes more sense. Deftones makes much more sense to me than the Stones.
You're like,
Wanted to be Freddie
Vansky.
Mercury.
Oh yeah, there we go.
Yeah.
Nice.
Oh yeah.
I would say currently for me would be Hosier. Would be a good
Yes.
one.
Mhm.
Yes.
I'd have to say Phil Collins.
Phil Collins.
Phil
yeah,
Collins, that
that's a
would be
good
an
one.
epic soundtrack. Look what he did with Tarzan. He would go 110%
Yeah.
for the life of
Aw.
Giggly.
Oh, do you know who can do that? Lee.
Oh.
Wait.
Uh-oh. Yeah. Yeah, the AI yeah. Song
Oh,
by
tell
Lee.
Lee is always sorry. Did not hear.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that I was actually thinking the same thing because I've played with this app and I've made a lot of songs with it. Someone told me about it after I heard one of Lee's songs. And
Mhm.
yeah, so I was like, I wonder if I can do that, is what I was just thinking, is why I didn't hear you actually, because I was deep in thought. So you may have a theme song, Giggly. Get back to you.
I'm gonna say My Chemical Romance. Believe it or not, I'm sure everyone expected Taylor
Yes, My
Swift, but in the
Chemical Romance. Yes.
because
When I
they
was a
they tell
young boy.
stories.
Yes.
Yes.
Is it?
Or
Yeah.
Helena. I love that song.
Oh, that was the first song I ever heard by them. Oh my
I
God.
love that.
I had Much Music on. That's the Canadian MTV for those who are unaware. And I had just come back inside and it was playing on the TV and I just like stood there and watched
And
the
then you
whole
just
thing.
fell to the ground and collapsed
And
because it was
yeah,
so
and then I
moving.
went, I'm looking shit up and I saw them in concert. It was epic.
Ah, I'm
During the
jealous.
Black Parade tour. Oh yeah, it was so good. And I was on the
Yes.
floor, as close as I could be to the stage with you know, a
Nice.
couple rows of people in front of me, but it was epic.
That's so cool. I was
So
very much an
anyone
emo kid for a while.
Yeah. Anyone else have who they would like to do the soundtrack to their lives?
Gorillas.
Oh,
Mm.
nice.
Oh, yes, Gorillas. That'd be cool. They have cool music videos for your life too, somehow.
They do.
Aesthetically pleasing.
Is that gorilla? Did I get that right? Is that
No,
by
you did not get
gorilla?
that right. No, you didn't get it right.
Oh shit. No, I didn't.
Vince.
I had a thought, but it flew out the window. So I'm trying
Don't
to
you
let it
hate
return
that?
to me.
Lloyd
Yes.
Webber.
What did you say?
Please just go get it.
Android Lloyd Webber.
Ooh, yes, the Phantom of the Opera. Except it'd be about Iron Wolf. See, that's another good theme song. We need to write these down and make them in AI, because that would be epic.
For everybody, yeah.
Yes,
Yeah.
everyone in here. So
To
we've
the theme
got
song.
Giggly wants Phil Collins. You want My Chemical Romance, which would also be epic.
Yeah.
Hosier, mine would be depressing, but
Yeah.
what else do we have? Andrew Lloyd Webber.
Cropside wants Gorillas.
Gorillas.
Deftones. Vansky. What did Vansky say?
Oh, Freddie Mercury.
Oh yeah,
Yes,
Freddie
that would
Mercury.
be a good one too. And yeah,
Flamboyant.
Deftones.
I'm like, oh my
So we need Vanquisher, and we need
Shoseki.
Shoseki. Is that everyone? I'm like,
Yeah,
Go
what
for
was
it.
your speech, Shoseki?
Ah, nice.
I'm like who, and Static's like, I got you.
yeah, if I saw it
Jamiroquai.
spelled, maybe Jamiroquai. I'm not sure I've heard of them.
It's not gonna help you.
Yes.
Yeah, a long time ago, but yes. Oh, okay. I'm gonna revisit that. I'm gonna revisit that.
I love that movie. It's one of those you love it or you hate it things, I feel.
I love it. I'm not sure I could watch it all the way through again. Maybe I
I've
could.
watched
Maybe
it
it's
more
better
than
than that.
once.
Oh, yep.
I just like that awkwardness and that cringe. I actually enjoy it.
Oh. I remember liking it a lot. I just haven't watched it in so long.
And I'll answer for Vanquisher. I'm gonna go with Lady Gaga.
Oh, yes.
Aw.
And so, like, this is recorded, right? Because I might seriously
Yes.
try to do this.
Yes, it
I'm
is
looking forward
recorded.
to
It
it.
will be
Sweet.
on the Banter
Yes.
the Banter VR YouTube channel.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Random, unrelated, or are we ready to end this?
We
Almost
have
done.
2 minutes, so yes. Be
I was just
random and
gonna say, has anyone seen? Because you said something about, oh yeah, how much you like Napoleon Dynamite, and have you ever watched The Secret Life of Walter Mitty?
Oh yeah.
Yes, yes.
Oh my God, I love that movie, and the
yes.
soundtrack is actually really good too on that. I was just like, oh, I feel it in my soul. What a good movie.
It's been I remember watching that. It's been a long time. Like that
Do you remember the
movie's-
part like where it's ground control to Major Tom?
Yes.
And he's like running out to the helicopter. It's so epic. Oh my God, I love it. But yeah, so I just wanted to get that thought out, I guess.
Yeah. Well, thank you everyone for being here.
Tabs. Oh God.
73 what?
73 tabs on
what
her.
oh my
I live that
God,
life,
Vansky.
Vansky. I know that life.
Whoa.
All my tabs are open all the time. And on my phone
my
too. It's
phone.
like so
Oh, my
many.
phone.
More tabs.
Yeah.
Ready
I
Player
need
2.
tabs for my
Event
tabs.
Starting now.
Yes,
Starting now.
yes.
Thank you everyone for coming out. We appreciate you. Thank you for listening to us ramble and wander all over the place. We
Yes,
enjoy
thank
it.
you
We
so
hope
much.
you enjoy it.
It's fun.
And thank you for your input. We
Yes.
will be here again next week talking about dreams. And for now, Ready Player 2 reading is starting with Faye. See you there.
Woo!
Thank you, everybody.
See
Thank you,
ya.
Thank
Vicky.
you.
Thank you.
Thank you,
Thank you.
Soseki. Thank
Thank
you for
you.
recording.